At 36,000 feet beneath the surface of the Pacific Ocean, in a place called the Challenger Deep, the pressure is so absolute that a human body would collapse before consciousness could register pain. A styrofoam cup descends to that depth and returns the size of a thimble, but cups don't move, don't navigate, don't signal back to the surface. In the past 18 months, we have detected 10 anomalies in the deep ocean that we still cannot explain. Not because we lack data, because the data refuses to fit what we thought we knew. To feel the weight of what we're about to describe, you need to understand the column above it. From the surface to the Challenger Deep is not a distance. It is a succession of pressures. At 10 meters, the red wavelengths of light die first. The ocean swallows color before it swallows light. By 200 meters, you exist in monochrome blue. By 1000 meters, there is no light at all, only bioluminescence, only the thin signatures of creatures that have learned to make their own stars. The pressure at that depth is 100 times what you feel right now. It is not theoretical, it is the felt weight of all that water, pressing inward on every square inch. That is where the anomalies begin. In March of last year, a research vessel conducting a bathymetric survey of the Mariana Trench detected a signal, not geological, not thermal, a pattern, repeating, at intervals that suggested not randomness but communication. The signal lasted 47 seconds, then stopped. When the team repositioned equipment to record it again, nothing. Silence. They have returned 6 times since. The signal has never reappeared, not because it wasn't there, because it knew they were listening. The Baltic anomaly sits in the Baltic Sea at a depth of 300 meters. In 2011, it appeared on sonar as a geometric structure, not natural, not quite artificial. Swedish researchers attempted a dive to the site. Their equipment malfunctioned at 200 meters on descent. All of it, simultaneously, they ascended. The equipment worked perfectly, they descended again. Again, failure, they have never reached it. The structure remains on the seafloor 300 meters down, waiting for technology we do not yet possess. Off the coast of New Zealand, bioluminescent organisms exhibit a synchronization that violates everything we understand about distributed neural systems. Millions of creatures in an area of 400 square kilometers light simultaneously, not in response to a visible stimulus, not triggered by chemical signals we can measure. When observed, the pattern breaks. The creatures scatter, the synchronization ceases. When observation stops after 7 to 9 minutes, it resumes. We are not watching a phenomenon, we are interrupting something that continues only when we are not paying attention. The pressure at these depths does something to sound, it slows it, bends it. At 1000 meters, acoustic signatures that should be simple become complex. In the trenches beyond 2000 meters, we have recorded sounds with no identified source. Not whale song, not geological rumble, geometric pulses that suggest not origin but intention. When the research vessel Atlantis attempted to track the source in 2019, the sound moved, not away, perpendicular, as if making room, as if acknowledging the approach of something larger, off New Zealand's Challenger Plateau. Sonar mapping revealed structures arranged in what appeared to be geometric precision, not haphazard rock formations, deliberate placement, spacing that suggests not geological but intentional architecture. The nearest geological explanation would require forces we have not observed in modern times. The nearest intentional explanation requires a builder. No evidence of builders exists in those waters, yet the structures do. Thermal vents discovered near the Tonga Trench in 2021 produce heat signatures that exceed what chemical reactions alone can explain. At 200 meters depth, where pressure should contain and regulate everything, these vents burn hotter than any vent we have documented. The chemistry is wrong. The heat output is wrong. Researchers took samples, found nothing. Found no mineral composition that explained the intensity. The vents continue burning. The explanation recedes. In the deep trenches of the Ural-Kamchatka region, bioluminescent life forms exhibit a phenomenon we have named dark clustering. They congregate in specific zones, stationary, producing light in patterns that seem coordinated but have no predator-prey explanation, no feeding behavior, no mating display that matches any known species. They gather, they pulse with bioluminescence. Then in a moment they scatter and flee. From what? There is nothing on the sonar. Nothing we can measure, something they perceive or something they remember to fear even when it is not there. The pressure at depth does not just crush the physical, it transforms it. It creates conditions where the laws we believe are absolute become suggestions, where light behaves differently, where sound carries intention we cannot decode, where living things synchronize in ways our neurology says are impossible. We call these anomalies, we catalog them, we promise to return with better equipment, but the ocean does not wait for our understanding. The anomalies continue, the signals persist, the structures remain, and at 36,000 feet in the Challenger Deep, in a darkness so complete that it might as well be the absence of the world itself, something moves, something that has learned to navigate the pressure, something that has never once surfaced to ask us what we wanted. We feel small in that space, not humiliated small, honored small. The kind of smallness that comes from standing at the edge of a door that was never meant for us, and realizing that the door was never meant to be opened. It simply exists, and we exist beneath it, pressing upward against the water, pressing downward with our questions, and the water, patient and absolute, pressing back. That is what remains, not answers, the felt weight of all the questions we have yet to ask, the understanding that we have barely begun to see what is there, that the anomalies are not failures of explanation. They are invitations to a humility we are only beginning to earn.